All right, the other thing quickly, Buddy Franklin, as former Hawthorn president, you must have had trouble with him at times too.
No, I didn't have trouble with him.
I'm told he's been warned many times of his behaviour. Is that true?
I'm not aware of that, but can I just say this? I am aware of an occasion 2 years ago, and
Really?
it's very hard.
You're really not aware of him being warned previously?
Well, I can't remember. I've never warned him.
No, not you personally, the club.
Well, I don't know. Well, I can't remember him being warned under my watch.
Okay.
I can't. I do remember a couple of years ago he was in a situation. I don't know anything about this current situation from what's been in the papers and what's been said. A couple of years ago, well, it might be 3, when I was president, he was out at a nightclub in the evening. A girl came up to him, asked him to dance or something. He said no. She continued to make demands on him. He said no, and then she continued, and he said piss off or something like that. Within minutes, that was all over the social media. There are two sides of every story, and I don't know. I haven't spoken to Lance, I haven't spoken to the media, I don't know. It's very hard for some leading people to go out and have a private life. I'm not just saying from time to time they don't do silly things. I don't know the circumstances. I just wish my successor at the club or the chief executive was out there either telling the truth, telling the story, or defending Buddy. I don't like the way he's been left to hang out there for what is it now, 3 or 4 hours, and no one from the club has yet said anything.
Well, that's true. He does say he's not defending what he did. He's saying, but he's explaining what he. This is Buddy himself on his Twitter.
And that, I can understand. Again, I don't know the circumstances, but if someone has a go at you, and they consistently have a go at you, what do? Just try and walk away? It's hard.
That's not true. You have to carry yourself in a different way.
I know.
You do, I do, Buddy Franklin does.
Well,
he doesn't get it.
Well, sorry, I think that's a bit presumptuous yet, because we don't know. We've had the girl's story, and she might be 100% right.
Oh, we've had his story too.
Have you?
Yeah.
Totally?
Oh, yeah, a lot of it. He said that she insulted his ex-girlfriend and kept at him, and he says he apologised to her at the time.
Yeah, all right. Well, I think that's fair. I mean, that's human nature in that sense, as in a situation. If someone came up and abused someone in my family, and I tried to rationalise with them, and they kept doing it, I might get a bit abusive. You could imagine me being a bit abusive.
No, I can't, because
so
I
don't
think that you carry yourself differently in public, and I think people like Buddy Franklin
Neil,
have to understand
I can tell you
that.
here...
6'5", 5'2".
Oh,
You reckon that's not relevant?
No, I don't. Depending on what the person's saying.
A
we
small
don't know the
woman
detail.
with a big man standing over abusing him.
Well, it's not his fault he's that high. It's not her
but
fault
he's got to carry himself accordingly.
Yeah, I understand. Now, I can remember circumstances when I haven't carried myself well. When someone's come up to me and wanting another photograph or something, and I've said, no, I'm not doing any more. And they pull your arm as though you're public property.
You are.
And I then say to them, will you leave me alone? And then I might have even said an expletive deletive. There is a stage at which you've just had enough, and these people keep going at you. Now, I don't know the circumstances.
No, but you're defending him.
Well, I'm defending him.
by implication.
I'm defending him because I don't know the circumstances.
I don't
know
can't
the
be wrong. Footballers
hang on,
can't be
of course
wrong. That's
they
what irritates the
Well,
hell
hang
out of me on this. I'm not saying he's right or wrong. I'm
But hang
saying
on, you
he
are
has
saying
to
he's
carry
wrong.
a responsibility,
Yeah,
and he doesn't. And time and again, he's been warned by the club and the
I
AFL.
don't think you know enough of the facts on what we've heard
And you
to
do.
make that assumption. No, hang on, that's what I'm saying. I
Thank you
don't
very much
know,
for coming in.
and therefore I am prepared
Thank you
until
more
I
for
know
getting
the
out.
facts to actually support him. I mean,
You're supporting, of course you are. Oh, yeah, you.
But I support you.
People grab your arm and they're nasty to you. Oh, gee, yeah, we've got to intimidate them. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for getting out.
You live in a different
Any minute.
world. You're in a cocoon.
I've turned that
You're in
microphone
a
off
cocoon.
before. Here we go.
Go with God.
Jeff-Kennet. David Armstrong, when he composes himself, has the news headline.